In 30 days, I gained 373 ELO points. This right here is the game that got me to 1900 ELO with 94% accuracy. Come learn with me. Alright, so here are the stats. I got 94.3% accuracy. He got 87.9. What we played here was the exchange Caro Kann. I played as white. No blunders, no mistakes, and I played great. 2450. Honestly, I could not be happier with this game. I feel like this was the perfect push to 1900, and honestly, I inspired myself here. Um, so let's get right into this review. I start every game with e5. I prefer to play the Italian, but you can't play the Italian against the Caro Kann. So what every time I go against the Caro Kann, I do the exchange because honestly, it's the simplest for white, and I recommend the same. And right here, he's gonna basically the goal of the exchange Caro Kann is he's gonna get a rook here pretty early, and he's gonna start an attack with his minority pawns onto my majority, and then mess up my pawn structure. So, um, however, how I start this game every time is I put my bishop here because now he can't go here, and also he can't go here right now, but he can later. But what I like to do is I play off this pin here and just keep my focus on that the entire game. It's very important to know what the main idea of your opening is. You don't have to know all the lines and stuff. Like, I swear I've only spent like 40 minutes on openings, but I learn the main ideas and I play it a lot. But if something doesn't work, I don't go study lines and stuff. I go to the game review. I'm like, oh, that didn't work. So let me fix that. And now I know what to do next game. I don't have to spend like hours on an opening. I can learn as I play, which is for me, it's the easiest way. So now he comes here, book move, of course, and I go here. So typically what people do is they like to bring their bishop here, which yeah, he does. And don't castle here. This is a blunder. Big blunder. You know why? Cause this. What? What? Why have I never seen this? Wow, and I'm just up 2. Holy crap. I'm just not gonna worry about that for now. Maybe I can learn about that later. But I had no clue that this was a brilliant move, and you can get 2 brilliant moves in a row apparently. But okay, so I just protect this pawn because it's pinned. Um wait, so if I do this, he goes here, here, here. Okay, so you still do lose the pawn. If he plays it right, you lose the pawn. Okay, 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 okay. So either way, you lose the pawn. So you have to defend it pretty much. Unless you want to do some weird stuff. And here now it's safe to castle because we're not losing any pawns. And from here he brings out his bishop. It's very important. This looks like it's just controlling the center, but he wants to bring his bishop out here. And you'll see why later. It's very important that we trade off these bishops. I'll tell you why later. So I go here. For my plan, this is important. And I just trade immediately because I don't want to deal with that. And now I bring this in. Okay, he castles, and I go, yep, bishop e1. I mean rook e1. He's starting to prepare this minority attack. Notice he can't go here because that's a free pawn. So he has to do it with prep here. So he's preparing the minority attack. And this is what I mean. So I want to trade the bishops because notice this is still protected by the queen. Very important. No, if this was here and say he went here and I went here, messes up my structure. Okay, so this needs to be protected by the queen for this maneuver. And basically my goal is, say he continues his minority attack, which I do have to do this to stop it, but say he goes to the open file now. Now I can go here And what's he gonna do? Go back? No. Go back here? No. Go back here? No. Go back here? No. So he has to trade the bishop for the knight, which is a negative exchange for him. So basically I forced that. That's the whole point of this maneuver. And if the bishop, sorry, where was I? If the, what do I do? If the bishop was on this square, he could just take and mess up my structure. Imagine that queen was a bishop. Obviously, that's not good to take with the queen. But okay. Hold on, let's go back to the main game. So now I'm here, and he brings out his queen. I've actually never seen this before. But notice now, if he takes, I take, he takes back, I take with my pawn, and my structure is messed up. So he actually forces me to come back here. I either go here, here, or here, and I decide on this move because I noticed that I'm preparing to double my rooks on the semi-open file. Here is just a backwards move. It doesn't really make sense. And yeah. So now this has two people protecting, or three protectors, two attackers, but I'm not counting this protector because I don't want to use him. So now he goes here. He just goes here. I think he's just taking the outpost, and he's also prepping some of this maneuver. But honestly, this is a good move. I think it's a good move. He blocks my bishop, he blocks my rook, and I don't really have many moves. I'm kind of limited on space, especially after this. I'm limited on space. So I go here. My idea is to keep this protection here and slide in my rook, because doubled rooks, you know? So yeah, he goes here prepping this, and now there's only there's three defenders, three attackers, all the way around, three attackers, three defenders. So I need to find a way to add another defender, and really I can only add this defender. So he kind of forced me to come back here and waste some time with this. But I want you to notice something now. Look, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defenders of this king. 1, 2, 3 attackers. What are these pieces doing? They're not doing anything. They're not even in the game. So here, and then he moves this. Yeah, he's planning to push this up, but it takes way too much time. Like, I just got so many things on there. He can't do this fast enough. So I push this back because well, it's just kind of all up in my space. I push this back because if he goes here, then I got some ideas here. But I'm prepping something a little nasty. He goes back, and I bring the rook over. So apparently this is a slight inaccuracy. He wants me to play h1. Honestly, I don't see why, and I'm not too worried about that. So here's the thing. In your reviews, notice right now the eval bar is 0.2. Now it's 0.1. Now it's 0.2. And this goes to minus 0.4. So the difference is only 0.6. And if the difference is like 2 or if the difference is like 1.5 or less, let's just say, it's not important. Just don't worry about it. At this level, don't worry about it, really. So yeah, he could have pushed, I guess, but that doesn't look very natural at all. So I don't know. Anyways, I go here. And my idea is actually to go here now. Because notice how before, if I went here, I'm blocking the rook. And now he's not in the game. And I think I can't see 20 moves into the future, but what I do know is later in the game, my rook will appreciate being here. And I have time to play it right now. So I'd rather play this while I have time than be forced to play it when I'm forced to, you know? So I can get this into the game, and now all of my pieces are into the game. And 3 of his pieces are not even doing anything. So, okay. I come back here, prepping this. Idea of once I trade this off, then I win this pawn. So he has to, well, he doubles his rook. But then when I go here, he has to push this so he doesn't lose a pawn. Which he does. Oh, yeah, okay. He trades first. which is okay, fine with me, because you're just simplifying, and I still have more defenders than attackers and more pieces in the game. Now here he just saves his pawn. This is a mistake, believe it or not, because this move, and it looks nasty. I mean, like, what is this? My king is so weak. The queen is in my territory. I'm letting him be here, but he goes back. I win a pawn, and honestly, I have so many defenders here. I'm not really worried about my weak king because these pieces are stronger than pawns. So he takes, which I guess is a decent move. Either way, he's losing 1 point of material. If he goes here, I go here. He goes here, I go here. He loses 1. He goes. So actually, I like what he did here. He goes here, I go here. He goes here. He still loses 1 point of material, but now my king is really exposed, and yeah. So yeah, I think that was actually a good choice by him. I notice how weak my king is here. I want to run it, but I also want to bring this queen or this rook over because it's pointing straight to his king. And if you can get the rook on the same file as the king or the same file as the queen, that's awesome. And if you can get both, that's even better. So that's my goal here, and this is protected. Don't worry. So he's pushing down here because he wants a fork. So I need to think of something so he doesn't fork me. And I decide on this, attacking his queen. And notice now, he goes here, he's taken. He goes here, he's taken. All these squares. Actually, he can go here. I didn't think about that in the game. He could also go back, which is just good for me. It's helping my attack. I didn't think about here. This is a good move. But he goes here, he's forked. He goes here, discovered attack, winning a pawn. Here, I'll show you. So yeah, okay. So he goes here. He doesn't see this. I assume he saw, what he saw was this, I think. So he played here a little too quickly, maybe. Yeah, he did it in 8 seconds, a little too quickly. You should spend a little more time, but notice he's running out of time. And I've played this opening so many times that I'm pretty comfortable. I know my ideas. I just have to find ways to do them. So he goes here, which is fine, but now I want a rook. So here, and now notice I still have this attack. So he walked into it anyways, and I just come back. So he probably thought here he's saving his queen and checking me, but I can just come back. Trades, and he resigns. Actually, he doesn't even resign. He quits the game. Notice I have 4 minutes. He has 34 seconds, and it's a very instructive game, in my opinion. Basically, the takeaway from this game is don't memorize your openings. Don't memorize every line. That's impossible. There's more atoms, or there's more chess positions than atoms in the universe, so you can't memorize everything. You just have to know the idea of your opening. My idea of this opening is to have all my pieces at the center. Maybe some rook lift action, whatever, and just play off this pin. Make him force him to do this trade or bring all of his pieces here, and I can coordinate them better than he can because this is blocked. So yeah, that's about it. Let me know if you would like a video on how I gained so much ELO so fast and how you could do the same. I'm still going, by the way. I'm still going. We're still going. All right. See you.